Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Hardwood Insights podcast. I'm your host, Tristan Wilson, and the Boston Celtics are champions once again. So congratulations to them. They're raising banner number 18, eliminates the tie with the Lakers as the team with the most NBA championships. This game was not not good at all. Um, Basically, the Boston Celtics came out like they did in games 1 through 3, where they were hitting their shots, they were moving the ball around, playing really good defense as they always have done. And the Dallas Mavericks couldn't do anything. It seemed like Luka seemed like he was forcing a lot of stuff, forcing a lot of shots. Same with Kyrie, and the Mavericks role players, pretty much outside of Josh Green, couldn't hit really anything as well. I was watching this game with my dad, and we were talking about how it seems like Boston was playing like they wanted to win this game, which I'm sure they wanted to, obviously, playing at home for the championship. And Dallas seems like they gave up as soon as Boston got up by 10 plus points. They just gave up. They were playing like they didn't have any sense of urgency, a desire to win the game at all, to make it competitive at least. And that's just not what you want to see in game 5 of the NBA Finals. At least make the game competitive. At least. Like, I understand, like, losing in losing game 5. I understand that if the Celtics won and it was like a 106 to 100 or whatever, like if it was within like 10 points and it wasn't a blowout for the whole game, the full 48 minutes, sure, okay, whatever. But Dallas just shriveled up and died on the court. They, I don't even know. I'm not even a Dallas fan. As you can see, I'm a Bulls fan. I'm a Bulls fan. And this their performance made me hurt inside. As a non-biased, just fan of basketball, made me hurt inside. And hopefully they come back and learn from their performance in this series and in playoffs in general, because minus this series, Dallas and Luka and Kyrie individually, they had an incredible playoff run. Don't get me wrong. I know a lot of people that are kind of like people that see in the now, like the most recent performances, are going to be hating per se on Luka and the Dallas Mavericks and Kyrie for their performance tonight and how they got basically gentlemen swept. But they still had an incredible playoff series. Luka was playing out of his mind for I want to say this whole playoff run. I mean, this series he didn't shoot the most efficiently, but this playoff run he still played very well considering he's hobbled. I know he had the knee thing, the ankle injury, stuff like that. But hopefully they come back next season. They learn what they need to improve on, and hopefully they can make another playoff push. It's going to be difficult considering the West is so stacked in terms of competitive teams. I mean, you still got you. Oops, you still got Timberwolves, you got Nuggets, you got the Lakers are still going to try to be competitive. You got the Clippers. You got. We'll see about the Warriors, but I'm still going to throw them in there. Kings, Pelicans, Grizzlies are going to be back. Uh, who knows what the Rockets do? They might jump up. Just a lot of teams are so competitive in the West that this might have been their only chance for the foreseeable future, unless they add another star. But I mean, you hate to see them lose the way you did, but you gotta be hopeful still. And this will be a learning experience for Luca, and we'll see how they perform next season. But that being said, let's shift our focus to the champions, the Boston Celtics. Um, I'm recording this, and they just announced that Jaylen Brown is the Finals MVP. I thought it was gonna go to Tatum. I was wrong. I thought Tatum played the more all around series. I know he struggled shooting wise in the first two games, or what? Yeah, the first two games. But he still was like on offense and defense, still passing the ball, getting his teammates involved. He wasn't a complete non-factor. But then again, Jaylen Brown has been really, really good offensively and defensively when he's been matched up against Luka and Kyrie. So props to him. Props to him. Coming into this season being quote unquote mocked, if that's the right word to use, um, or called undeserving of his $300 million extension, the largest extension in NBA history so far. They made fun of him because he couldn't drive left. His handle, his use of his left hand was questionable. Um, just overall stuff like that, and he proved them wrong. He went out and had a incredible playoff run, winning Eastern Conference MVP, and now winning Finals MVP. So he's showing that he is deserving of his money. He's worth it, and I can't wait to see what the Celtics do from here. They have an incredible team, an incredible front office and coaching staff, and it's we'll see if they can repeat next year. It's gonna be tough, but they got the team to do it. Um, Also, I'm happy to see that Al Horford won a championship. It, he's They showed a stat during the broadcast. Al Horford has played the second most playoff games without a championship. Um, I think the stat was that he had 186, and the second and as the second most, and first was Karl Malone. Um, so it's awesome to see how much work he's put in over his long career. I mean, those years with the Atlanta Hawks, and then when he went to Boston, when like Isaiah Thomas and Jay Crowder and Avery Bradley were there, how he played with them, how well he played with them, those deep playoff runs with him battling against LeBron, and then getting traded and signing with the 76ers and playing with OKC, and when he was in OKC being called washed and literally not playing at all for the Thunder. And then he got traded back to Boston and basically rejuvenating his career. He's been incredible. So it's great to see that he won a championship finally. Drew Holiday winning his second NBA championship. There I saw on Twitter before I started recording, asking if he's gonna be a Hall of Famer. Me personally, I think so. I think I mean, he has an Olympic medal. He's a 6-time All Defensive, now 2-time NBA champion. He 2-time All Star or three-time. He might be 3-time All Star. Probably not going to be a first ballot Hall of Famer because obviously that's reserved for the superstars like LeBron and Steph Curry, Kevin Durant type player. But he has the case to make it on the second ballot or third ballot. I don't know how many ballots until you're automatically left out of the Hall of Fame. Matter of fact, I'm going to Google that real quick. How many NBA Hall of Fame ballots are there? Oh well, it's not giving me the answer that I'm looking for at the moment, so I'm not going to spend too much time on that. But getting back to what I was saying, Drew Holiday winning the championship. You got Porzingis proving himself, proving that he is a winning player, going from playing for the Knicks, having a fallout with them, then getting traded to Dallas, pairing up with Luka, being called washed, and dealing with injuries there, then going to getting traded for a significantly less package value wise, getting traded to Washington and putting up really good numbers but on a bad team, and now he's played the most playoff games of his career, gone the farthest he's ever gone into the playoffs, and winning a championship. I mean, obviously this is the farthest he's gone to the playoffs because he's never been to the finals, but you get what I mean there. Like, I don't think he's ever made it out of the first round before this. But yeah, it's just a great thing to see. And then obviously we get to the man of the hour, Jason Tatum. To see the amount of emotion he had at the end of the game was really cool to see. There was that picture of him and his son Deuce. Him throwing him up in the air, celebrating, and Deuce coming over while Jason is bent over, crying tears of joy into his hands, and Deuce is over there giving him a hug. It was cool to see. But it's just heartwarming to see. Um, but Tatum winning it. I mean, he's been in the finals. I mean, in the playoffs every single year of his career. Been to the Eastern Conference Finals 5 times, making it to the finals in 2022 and not playing well and losing in 6 to the Warriors. It's just I'm sure it's a lot to take in for him because he's put in so much work to get here. I mean, he's played in so many playoff games. He's been called what I want to say. He's not like the team in general. They fans have been waiting for them to do something and they're kind of like at this point they've been so good for so long that it's kind of become tiring. So there's all kinds of negative stuff being said about the team because it's just like they're too good, and Tatum being um like what next? Like now it's time to go back to back and prove them that they're not just one off championships. They can do this again. So it's pretty cool to see. I don't really have much else to say. Before I go, I want to say I did a little bit of rebranding the logo and the channel. Obviously I didn't change the name, but I just wanted to freshen things up. I think it looks a lot better. So let me know what you guys think about it. If you guys like it or like the old one better, like the old one more. But hopefully that's the logo that's gonna be there for a while, and it's gonna grow the brand a lot more. So this is the end of the NBA season, but that is not the end of content on this channel. As I have said before, we're going to be covering the NBA draft. That's going to be happening on June 26th. And then obviously free agency. But as I said in the last video, I've been cooking up some other video ideas. We might be doing some quizzes that's not related to the podcast. We might be doing some NBA quizzes, some other NBA content such as trivia, maybe with maybe some guests. We'll see. Just just be sure to tune in for videos because we're gonna be cooking up some stuff in the off season. Yeah, and that being said, I want to wish you guys a happy day. I mean, yeah, why not? Hope you have a great day, a great week, a great month, and peace.